What is the best way to store fresh herbs? Today, I'm not just gonna tell you what the best way is. We are going to test 3 different ways of storing fresh herbs that you buy at the grocery store and see which one actually works the best. So I bought 3 bunches of parsley from the store at the same time. So we're gonna take one, put it back in the bag, and just put it in the fridge, just like we would. Toss it in there and see how it does. That's gonna be our control. The second bunch of parsley, we are going to wash it in the salad spinner. Then we're going to roll it up in paper towels, put it in a bag, store it in our fridge as well, and see how that method works. The salad spinner is awesome for not only washing your lettuce, but also your herbs. So I'm going to take off this twist tie and put the herbs right in there. And this also gives you an opportunity to see if there are any wilted parsley leaves in there already, so you can get rid of them, because they will make the rest of your parsley go bad faster too. Just like a bad apple will make the rest of the apples bad. So I'm just gonna put the parsley in here and then we're gonna wash it. The point of the salad spinner is that you're gonna fill up this bowl with water, and then you're able to lift up the herbs or your lettuce out of the residue that is at the bottom of the bowl, pour it out, and keep doing this until the water is completely clean. And then you put this top on it and you're gonna spin it, and it dries the herbs or your lettuce and those tender ingredients without damaging them or bruising them. Now just roll out some clean paper towels. You could also use some very thin, clean kitchen towels as well. And then just lay your parsley right on here. And you can do this with dill, with cilantro, thyme, anything like that. All of your fresh herbs, you can store them this way. And they don't have to be perfectly spaced out, just kind of in one even layer. And the herbs, they should still be slightly damp, but not sopping wet. And then we're gonna come over here and roll it up just like this, not too tight, not too loose, and then stick it inside a Ziploc bag or a reusable bag. And the last parsley bunch, we're going to put in a jar of water, just like you would fresh flowers, and we're gonna keep that in the fridge as well. Storing herbs with this method is that you have to cover it with a shower cap. I don't have a shower cap, but I have this big bag, so I'm going to just put it on top of the parsley, and supposedly that should work to keep the parsley fresh longer. It's been 2 weeks since I put those 3 bunches of herbs in the refrigerator, so let's see what they look like now. I don't think I have to say very much. The difference is kind of obvious. It has been 2 weeks, so the parsley even here is a little bit yellow. There's a little bit of slimy spots, but over here it's completely slimy, almost yellow throughout. Especially this parsley where it was clamped together over here, it's very slimy all the way through and in the middle. And here too, it's very yellow. So overall, this definitely wins. I have been using this method of storing fresh herbs just like this for years. And I did experiment with all these other methods too. And I wanted to recreate it now so you guys could see it too. If you're gonna use your fresh herbs consistently and right away, then you probably don't even have to worry too much about how you store it, because you probably saw 5 days in, these two weren't too bad either. So even if you don't store it in a glass jar, I would recommend that you take off whatever is holding it together, because when it's all smushed together, it gets slimy much faster. And I would probably recommend sticking one piece of paper towel in the bag with the parsley, and you should be fine. What I love about storing parsley like this wrapped in the paper towel is that it's so compact, it doesn't take a lot of space. This one, for example, I was always worried that I would knock it over and the water would spill everywhere. And if you're storing parsley and cilantro and dill, then that's gonna take up a significant amount of space in your fridge. This will tuck away neatly in the drawer or somewhere on the side. But the best part of this whole thing is that it's ready to be chopped right away. And it's so nice to chop parsley that's already washed. It's not too wet, because if you take parsley that's not washed, then you wash it, and then it's all very wet, and as you're cutting it's all clumping together. This way it's much easier to chop it, and it's uniform, and it doesn't all clump together. I also find myself using fresh herbs a lot more often when it's conveniently ready to go like this, because I know it's going to be so easy to chop. It's already washed, so I use it up and it doesn't go to waste. If you want to know more tips about how to store your groceries so that they stay fresh as long as possible, all your produce, your fruits and vegetables, I have lots of those tips in my ebook, The Home Cook's Handbook. I share the best way to store all of those things, which ones should be kept at room temperature, which ones in the refrigerator, which vegetables you need to protect from moisture because they're gonna spoil faster, and which ones need a little dampness to stay fresh. So I did all of those experiments as well, just like with the parsley. Check out all those tips in my ebook so that you can enjoy it as long as possible and it doesn't go to waste.